In World Regional Studies, we are studying continents. Today, let us take Australia. The meaning of Austral in dictionary is south. That's why Australia is a continent that is located completely in South Hemisphere, while other continents like South America, Africa, Asia in both the hemispheres, while Australia is located only in South Hemisphere. Austral means south, and you might have heard about Austral spring. What is Austral spring? Spring comes after winter. In Australia, winter is in the month of June, and after June, when sun moves in south, in the month of September, sun is vertical over equator, and on that 23rd of September, it is spring season, means commencement of summer, and before that it is spring. That's why it is called Austral spring. One use of Austral, Aurora Australis and Aurora Borealis you might have heard. Aurora is lightning over the poles. Over the North Pole there is Aurora Borealis, and over the South Pole it is Aurora Australis. It means Austral term indicates or explains the south. Likewise, one term is Australasia. Australasia means southern part of Asia, Australasia. Now, this is a continent Australia and similar in size and identical to Antarctica continent. And here let us start with some of the islands in its north, which will be again studied in Southeast Asia. Here it is Borneo Island and it is Celebes. These are very important because this is equator passing through these two. And here it is Molucca Island, but not located on equator. And in its continuation, you are seeing this is New Guinea. Guinea you might have heard. Guinea is located in Africa in equatorial belt, but it is New Guinea means it was discovered later on because the Australia and all the islands were discovered later on. You might have studied that Ptolemy estimated that there is some unknown land on the earth. He termed it Terra Incognita, and that was later on discovered as Australia. So this is not Guinea, rather New Guinea. It has two parts along this meridian of longitude. The western part, West Irian, is political part of Indonesia, while eastern part, Papua New Guinea, is an independent state, the capital of which is Port Moresby. So this linear position shows one thing. Can you explain it? Yes, it is plate margin, and these are of volcanic structure. One line again here is very important. This is Java Island, then Bali Island, Lombok, Sumbawa, Flores, Sumba, Flores, Timor. This is Flores, this is Flores Island, Timor Island, and these are also located in a line. This is very important line because if you draw a line along these islands, it is called Wallace Line, named after British naturalist Alfred Wallace. He drew this line to separate two geographical regions, means in the north it is Pacific geographical region, in the south it is Indian geographical region, and this is Wallace line, very important, that separates the Pacific Ocean in north and Indian Ocean in the south. This is also of volcanic structure, and here are a number of seas like Flores Sea, named after Flores Island, Sunda Sea, Banda Sea, and to the south of Timor it is Timor Sea, very important because Timor is in itself an important island because it was previously Portuguese Timor, while now it has been divided in two parts. Western part under the sovereign of Indonesia, while Portuguese Timor has become independent country named as Timor, the capital of which is Delhi, not Delhi, it is Delhi. Now it is Arafura Sea located between this New Guinea and Australia mainland. Come more east, this is Torres is strait. Strait is narrow water body which connect two vast water bodies. Here, which are the two vast water bodies connected by Torres Strait? Can you name? Yes, it is Arafura Sea and it is Coral Sea. Coral Sea is also an important sea which will be discussed later on after completing a journey of Australia. Now let us start the journey of Australia from Cape York. Cape York is a peninsula and it may be called India of Australia. How? Let us start journey. Later on it will be discussed. Here this is Gulf of Carpentaria, it is Gulf, and to the west of it, here it is Arnhem Land. It is also a type of peninsula in which Darwin City is located. Remember it is Darwin, named after Darwin scientist who wrote The Survival of the Fittest, Origin of Species. But don't be confused that it is Durban. Durban is a place, port in South Africa. Now here it is a river, Delhi River. It means here rainfall is sufficient, it flows regularly, and this is a Victoria River, and to its west this is Kimberley Plateau. It is very wonderful thing that Kimberley name is associated with South Africa. There Kimberley mines are there, wherein kimberlite mineral is found, and in kimberlite gold and diamond are found abundantly where they are being explored and excavated. So it shows that this might have been in geological past physically associated with Africa. Undoubtedly, it is a geophysical truth. And here is one river, Fitzgerald, that drains in Indian Ocean. In Indian Ocean, here is a 80-mile beach along the northwest coast of Australia, along the Indian Ocean coast. 80-mile beach does not show that its length is 80 mile. Length may be longer, while its width is very long, 80-mile beach. So Australia will not lack in 90-mile beach. If here it is 80 mile, then here it is 90 mile. You keep in mind that 80 mile on this side, 90-mile beach on this side. Both beaches attract tourists. While tourists come on the beach in tropical region like India, Australia, we had discussed, because here climate is tropical and marine waves come and tourists enjoy that. Then to the south of Fitzroy River, it is great sandy desert. One very important thing to keep in mind is that in Australia there are 6 states and 2 union territories. First state is West Australia. The boundary is this, means this boundary is along longitude. And as you know that Britishers arrived here, and in whichever country or continent Britishers reached, they drew boundaries along parallel of latitude and meridian of longitude, like in North America, Africa and Australia, and it is not disputed. So, West Australia is first state. This is Northern Territory, which is not a state, rather it is Union Territory. West Australia is first state, South Australia is second state, then third state is Queensland up to here, this line. Then fourth is this New South Wales. This is New South Wales. Can you tell me where is Wales? Wales is a state of United Kingdom lying to the west of the country, and that is Wales. This is South Wales. Why South Wales? Because this Wales is located in South Hemisphere, and this is also new. Why new? Because it was discovered, known later on. So now again revise: West Asia first, South Asia second, Queensland third, New South Wales fourth, Victoria fifth, and this Tasmania sixth. These are the 6 states which are written here. So you will remember these in mind. At the same time, you will keep the capitals of these states in mind, because they are center of world cricket. And this is Victoria, might be named after Queen Victoria. Now let us count 2 union territories. These are Northern Territory, this is territory not a state, and second is Canberra, capital of Australia, that has interior location, not coastal location. Now again come to Fitzroy, and to its south it is Great Sandy Desert, and to its south it is Gibson Desert. As we know that all the hot deserts are located to the west of continents along Cancer and Capricorn. So this is Capricorn, and these deserts you are showing are located to the west of continent. And between Great Sandy Desert and Gibson Desert, here is a lake. So what will be fate of this lake? You can assume that it will remain dry water. It will become waterless during June or during December. Your answer should be perfect. So answer will be during December, because sun is vertical over here in the month of December. That's why it is Lake Disappointment. Disappointment means there is no hope of water. Then here it is Robinson Range, and it is located in West Australia. As you know that the entire Australia is a plateau land consisting of deserts and ranges, and most of the deserts, especially hot deserts in world, are located on plateau. This may be asked for explanation by UPSC. So now this journey will continue, and now you have reached and got unique thing like geography channel. After a long journey of world, you have studied geography, all the aspects, But channel of geography is located in Australia. You should keep in mind and move ahead. Here is Perth, and to its south it is Geography Bay. It means all the geographical things are located in Australia: Geography Channel and Geography Bay. In between two, it is Perth, and during this journey from Cape York to Perth, you have got nothing, only desert, dry rivers. But after your penance is complete, you get everything, because Almighty is merciful. You reached in Perth, and here you will get citrus fruit. In this Perth means southwest part of Australia is famous for citrus fruits because of Mediterranean climate. Here climate is suitable for production of fruits, and you enjoy fruits. Then from here, now you are tired of traveling by foot. Here there is train waiting for you, and now you enjoy the journey of train. As this train will start, here there is one Darling range, because now you are fatigued. You need Darling, that's why it is Darling, but not that Darling, it is mountain range. As the train moves ahead, really there may be your friends, male or female, one Darling you may get, and the junction or station comes, that is Coolgardie and Kalgoorlie. Both stations are very famous, and here gold mines are located, and golden ornaments are being sold, and your darling requests you to purchase it. You purchase it. So the question arises, why here in Coolgardie and Kalgoorlie gold mines? Again the same geophysics or plate tectonic or paleotectonic reminds that this part of Australia was in geological past physically associated with the South Africa, and with that India was also located. So there were three partners which took away gold from that. One, this Coolgardie, Kalgoorlie. Second, in India, Kolar gold, and in South Africa, that is Kimberley mines. Now train will not wait, it will move ahead. To the right hand side, you will see a very fertile Nullar Bar plain. It is sometimes asked for location and sometimes importance. As you know that it is a plain land, climate is coastal, that way it is famous for grains and especially wheat. And if you just peep from the compartment a little away, it is Great Australian Bight. As we have discussed that what is Gulf. Gulf is a narrow water part inlet, and bay is wider like Bay of Bengal, and Bight is the widest one. So Gulf, Bay, Bight, these are the water bodies differing in shape. So now train is moving fastly to the west. This after Gibson Desert. Now this is Great Victoria Desert, named after Victoria, and little bit away from it, it is Macdonnell Range in Northern Territory. As we have discussed that here ranges are in a linear position, generally along Tropic of Capricorn. Here next is Lake Eyre. Eyre Lake is asked frequently in Australia. It is the deepest saltwater lake in Australia, as it is written here that Lake Eyre is deepest, about 15 meter deep from general surface, and it is saltwater lake. Why saltwater lake? Because this region does not receive sufficient rain, rather it receives high insolation during summer, means December. Now move ahead. This is Hoyala Junction, and here there is one iron steel industry. Why? Because iron ore deposits are also here found. Now to its west it is Flinders Range, and its extension is called Grey Range, and in south it is Broken Hill Range. So these are the ranges in a linear position, and to its west it is Great Artesian Basin. Now remain on the train as it is moving ahead. Here it is Kangaroo Island. Kangaroo. Australia is famous for kangaroo, maybe animal or maybe for cricket players. And here is also not shown on map, but you will see one place, Adelaide. Adelaide or Adelaide. Don't be confused. Adelaide is an instrument used in plane table survey. It is Adelaide. Then train moves away, but there is sound that your train is crossing a bridge of which river? Murray and Darling rivers. Murray and Darling rivers, these are the two important rivers. In Australia, this is the largest drainage basin and most fertile. But in Murray and Darling, which is important or which is main river? So it is Darling, because at mouth you will see Murray is main important river, because on Darlings a number of people Murray. That's why here Murray is main, while Darling is its tributary, and the tributary of Murray is one river, Murrumbidgee, which sometimes Murrung, then Jiggy. So this is a drainage basin. Now move ahead. Train is moving ahead, and it is Victoria. It is Victoria State. Train reaching up to the southern tip of Australia. You are seeing here, this is Bass Strait. Bass Strait again separates this main continent of Australia from Tasmania, and Tasmania is one state of Australia, the capital of which is Hobart. Now your train is reaching here near Canberra, which is Union Territory of Australia. Crossing that, it reaches here near Sydney. Now here you will see a Great Dividing Range. This is Great Dividing Range, Folded Mountain. Why Folded Mountain is located to the east of Australia? This again reminds you the origin of folded mountains. As you know that Australia was separated from Angara land and it moved northeastward. That's why along its eastern margin the sediment was folded up and came into existence in the form of Great Dividing Range. And the southernmost highest peak is here, Snowy Mountain. Snowy. This is the region that here this train turns north and reaches Canberra. It cannot make tunnel in very high snowy mountain, and as its name is snowy, it means it is ice covered during December or during June. Now decision is in your hand. So it will be in the month of June because sun is in north hemisphere. In December, here there will be no glacial or periglacial process and landscape. Now, the railway driver will drive the train through the track to the west of Great Dividing Range or to its east. If you were the planner of Australia, railway minister of Australia, what could you have done? Certainly, you might have planned the track stretching along the eastern coastal plain. Why? Because dense population is there and train travels through that. That's why here a number of junctions and densely populated cities and port cities are found because, and this is the reason that only through these ports most of the import and export trade of Australia is being practiced. It is Sydney, then train reaches Newcastle, then it reaches Brisbane, and then it crosses Tropic of Capricorn, and this is Rockhampton city. And now to its west, if you can see across this Great Dividing Range, this is very important thing, Downs. Downs has been asked several times in UPSC. Downs is a temperate grassland and its contemporary are prairie in North America, steppe in Europe, pampas in Argentina, veld in South Africa, and downs in Australia. This is temperate, fertile, and nutrient-rich grass, in place of which here farmers practice wheat agriculture, and on this grassland pastoralism is being practiced, and ranching or economic ranching is being practiced. Now train is moving ahead in Queensland to its western part. It is Great Artesian Basin. What is Artesian Basin? If there is some mountain and if there is some mountain, folded mountain, structures are inclined, then rainfall occurs, water filters down through between two beds or bedding plane, water seeps and flows, and where it is plain starts, that water comes up naturally, automatically. If not, then if that top surface is being broken, the water comes out very fastly. So this is called artesian, and it is Artesian Basin. World's largest artesian basin is found in Australia. There are examples in India and everywhere at the foothill of a mountain. But this is one of the best examples. Now, in Queensland, here is Isa mountain, and we have come back again to the point from where we had started. Now, our station is nearing, and let us see one more natural beauty, that is Great Barrier Reef, world's largest barrier reef, about 1920 kilometers, made up of coral deposit. But today, environmentalists are worried about this because it is affected by coral bleaching caused by global warming. And after Great Barrier Reef, this is coral. That's why on the basis of its name, it is called Coral Sea, that we had already discussed. Now, your junction Townsville has come. It appears that this is India because towns and villages both cultures, it appears, are found there. Then the last junction is Cairns. It is India. Now you have completed one journey with your a number of darlings, maybe range, maybe river, but ultimately you have reached India. India, how it is India? In shape, it appears like India, but you will have to reverse this map. Suppose this is Cape Comorin, then take it as Sri Lanka, and in its west, this is Arabian Sea, Coral Sea, take it Arabian Sea, and this Bay of Bengal, Gulf of Carpentry as Bay of Bengal. In Bay of Bengal, one river is draining, that is Flinders, take it Ganga, and it is originating from this great dividing range, take it as Himalayas, folded mountain. So, in shape, this Cape York Peninsula resembles with that of India. Second point, in slope and in oceanic location, it also resembles. And topographically, it is like India. But climatically also, it has monsoon type of climate. As you know that when sun is here, the cyclones move from east to west, and here monsoon type climate is found. That's why should we not say that Cape York is India of Australia? So this way we have completed one journey. Here one more thing is that this is New Zealand. New Zealand consists of northern island and southern island. It is also in a linear position, and as you know that it is located in Pacific Ocean. So here you have demarcated that to the north of Wallace Line it is Pacific Ocean, to its south it is Indian Ocean. This is also Indian Ocean. This Great Australian Bight is a part of Indian Ocean, but here to the west of this line it is Indian Ocean and it is Pacific Ocean. It is located in Pacific Ocean, and this is located on the plate margin of this Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean. As you know that this northern island, its one very important city is Auckland, and between northern island and southern island there is a Cook Strait named after Captain Cook, who first discovered Australia. And in southern island or South Island it is Southern Alps. Really, Alps is located in Europe, in Switzerland, while this is located in South Hemisphere called Southern Alps. And this is Wellington. Wellington is a capital of Australia, very famous, but really there are 5 Wellingtons in world. You can identify those on world map. One is this capital of Australia. Second is Wellington Island to the west of Chile in South America, and remaining 3 are in India. Third one is to the east of Tamil Nadu, it is lake, and fourth one is to the west of Kerala, it is island, and fifth is a place, tourist place on Nilgiri hill. That's why this is very important, and it is also very important trading spot. These days here volcanoes are very much active. It means plate tectonic is active here. Again to the north of it, it is New Caledonia. New Caledonia. It means some old Caledonia is also on world map. you are aware of the Caledonia, like Caledonian period, Caledonia mountain, it is in UK and it was discovered later on, hence it is New Caledonia, then Loyalty Island and then Vanuatu Republic. These are to be kept in mind because within a short period these will vanish from the map of world. Why? What is the reason that their existence is in risk? Answer is clear. Due to global warming, these are the islands which will be submerged first. Now, one important thing is here that no earthquake and no volcano occur in Australia. It is written in books. Can you explain it? Yes, because no plate margin, constructive, destructive or conservative, passes through the mainland of Australia, while all the plate margins are located like this one, away here 90 east ridge, then here one plate margin between Australia and Antarctica, and here this is a plate margin between Australia and Pacific Ocean. That's why no plate margin is located in Australia, hence it is free from volcano and earthquake. But as authors wrote that it is free from earthquake, then the god of earthquake once brought tremor and Australia experienced earthquake tremors. Why? You may be expected to explain, and you can explain only with the help of 90 east ridge, which separates the Australian plate from Indian plate, and there might be fracture below the sea which might have been connected with here. That's why Perth experienced earthquake. And some other informations are like it is major exporter of wheat. Why wheat? Because it is located in temperate region. Murray-Darling Valley basin is very much fertile. And wool, why wool? Because sheep and goat are found here, and mutton and dairy products are exported from here because here is less population, it is sparsely populated. And second thing, here there is white policy under which foreigners neither can purchase land nor settle here. And here one information is more that Australia is land of dry salt lakes. Why not dry salt lake? Because most of the part or the western part, this one consists of hot deserts, dry land. That's why it is called continent of dry salt lake. And here one important thing, its cause is Tropic of Capricorn passes through the middle of Australia and divides Australia nearly in two equal parts. No other important line divides any continent into other parts. So, on the basis of this journey, you have learnt a lot. But when from Perth you reached here, Cairns, then your darling asks one question from you, that why the government of Australia has managed this railway line, this Trans-Australian Rail from along the south coast and east coast. Why not through the middle of Australia, so that all citizens of Australia are facilitated? Then what answer you will give? This is not question from your darling, rather from UPSC. So, in 50 words, you can write it. Because south coastal and east coastal plain is densely inhabited. There are economic activities. That's why for the facility of passengers, the government of Australia has managed this Trans-Australian Railway through that way. But had it managed from the middle of the Australia, what might have been only sand, passengers, shrubs, no passengers, and sand free of cost might have travelled through that train, and the railway department of Australia might have gone in deficit. That's why there is a geographical reason behind it.